Hello teacher and classmate. This time I will talk about 5 tips for cyberpole natural disaster. Number 5. Hurricane. Hurricanes bring strong winds and torrential rains that cause heavy flooding. Part of what makes hurricanes so dangerous is the fact that they can last for more than weeks and the speed of their winds must be 190 miles per hour. The best course of action is to evacuate as soon as possible. If there is no way to evacuate, it is time to turn your house into a fortress. Cover your sides and windows by the wood. Prune the tall trees that are near your house so that they do not fall on your house. Then take an emergency kit that includes medicines, first aid, and preset food, bottled water, a can opener, a flashlight, and a fire extinguisher. Go to the safety room in your house. If your cell phone and our television works, do not spread that news. If your home loses power and has no signal, use a battery-operated radio to track the parts of the hurricane. Leave your home only when emergency personnel tells you it's safe to use. Number 4. Flood. Floods are the most common natural disaster, so it is important that everyone, regardless of where they live, can know how to protect themselves. Some floods happen quickly with almost no warning, so if you have an advance warning, it is safe to evacuate. If you get stuck in your house, your instincts are correct and tell you to get to a higher place. If the water is rising quickly, go to the roof of your house and ask for help. If you have the opportunity, be sure to turn off the circuit breaker in your house circuit to avoid electrocution. If you are in a car and the road begins to flood, be aware that just one foot can make most car flood. If you can't scramble the car, the could get wet up. Ditch the car and head to weaker ground if you can. Do not get in the way of the water, as the could be power lines, contaminated water, or hazardous water that you cannot see that is leaf. Number 3. Nebraska. It is a very severe snowstorm. Unfortunately, many people understand its power. Now, it is not only the cost that you must take into account. You can also expect almost zero visibility. Winds and be trapped in your homes for several days. You don't want to be stuck in your house without food or water. So it is important that you buy something from the supermarket the moment you hear a warning. If you find yourself outdoors or in your car when a snow blizzard hits, it is important to seek shelter in a building immediately. Waiting in your car can be deadly as it can last for weeks. If you are in your house, stay inside. Close the interior doors to conserve heat and fill the cracks in the window with towels or rags. It is a great idea to have an emergency heating source in case the electricity goes out. If you get stuck in your car, make sure the vehicle's exhaust people is not covered is now to about carbon monoxide poisoning. Start the car for 10 minutes every hour to warm up until rescued. Number 2. Forest fire. If you are away from the fire and you have enough time to evacuate, it is important that you do so. If you are in the middle of the fire and the wind is blowing towards the fire, run towards the wind. Cover your mouth and nose with your shirt. If possible, go to the lower area. If you can, move to an area that is already burned, as the fire is less likely to get concentrated there. Number 1. Tornado. Tornadoes take on a lot of leaves each year, but the stakes are lowered. If people only know how to stay safe. For people who live in tornado-prone areas, the best idea is to plan ahead. If you are one of them, make sure there is a room of shelter near your home that you can use in that event. Practice in your shelter with your family at least once a year. If you are at home and there is a tornado warning, go to your shelter. This could be a basement, a closet on the fifth floor, a bathroom, or a restaurant. The key is to stay away from windows and protect your head from debris. If you are driving while a tornado is hitting, you can try to avoid it by backing away from it at 90-degree angle and staying shelter in any building that is in your way. You don't want to drive for a long time in case the tornado is moving erratically and heading tornado you. If the situation is serious and your vehicle is right in the path of that tornado and there is no way to escape, the best you can do is to leave the car and head to a ditch or sewer. Do not skin protection under risk as they will not keep you safe from debris. Lean as close to the ground as possibility. Right, you wait for it to pass.